How do we do it? Buying a home can be really intimidating if you don't know what to do. Today I'm going to walk you through what I think of as my 6-step process for home buying. Hi, I'm Thomas Howe with McGrew Real Estate. Today we're going to go through what I help people do to get started with the home buying process. And I think of something called the 6-step process, and it looks like this. The first step that you need to take is create strong alliances. Having an agent guide you through process to give you judgment and advice and counsel will ease your way a great deal. It'll make it a lot simpler for you to accomplish what you want. Additionally, at that same time of making that first alliance, you need to talk to somebody about the finances. Whether it is a lender, whether it is your financial planner, whether it is your banker, you need to have your financial house in order, or at least to have some idea of what it's going to take. So step 1 is strong alliances. Step 2 is clearly define what's important to you. If you can get a picture at the start of what it is that you're looking for, that what will make you happy, it'll help you as you go through it. I use a grid process where we have 4 different quadrants on a sheet of paper. And the first quadrant is, here's things that I must have. And so these are non-negotiables. These might be, well, we have 3 kids, so we need 4 bedrooms. That might be, we entertain all the time, so we need a really great functional kitchen. There's a number of things which you will consider non-negotiables. The next quadrant says, here are things which we might like. And so we would like to have wood floors. We would like to have fireplace. We would like to have these kind of additional things which aren't necessarily critical, but sure would enhance your living in a house. The third step, or the third quadrant rather, is detractors we can live with. These are things which others might consider negatives, but you think that it would not be a problem for you to find a home with those in. And of course, the fourth quadrant would be must not have. This is another non-negotiable quadrant. These are things which you absolutely don't even bother showing them to me. Don't even bother going if that's what it is. So step 2 is to clearly define what's important to you. After that comes the third step, and the third step helps us find those properties. It's setting up a search process which returns to you in a timely and efficient manner properties which meet your criteria. We'll spend some time setting up that search process so that in real time you'll get accurate, current information about properties which meet what you're looking for. And then step 4 is where many people think the home buying process begins, and that is going to view homes. That's going to walk in the door to see what a house feels like, to get a feel for how it flows and whether or not it's a home which meets your criteria. During this process, you'll find that because of the groundwork that we laid in steps 1, 2, and 3, you're going to be ready when you walk in that door and you say, oh, this is my home, to move to step 5. And step 5 is the paperwork. It's making an offer to a seller that gets them into a conversation which ends up with all parties being in agreement to the terms and conditions of a contract. Contract generally has 3 key criteria to it. Those criteria are the price, the terms and conditions, and the time frame. And at the end of that process, now you have agreement with all parties on all of the elements of that contract, and now you're under contract, you're ready to move forward to the 6th step, which is removing the obstacles to that closing. And that's doing your due diligence in terms of doing inspections. It means getting your homeowner's insurance in order. It means making changes for the utilities so that the day that you move in, you have heat and electricity. Usually people like that. And it means making sure that the seller is going through with their obligations, such as providing you with clear title, having title insurance placed, making sure their mortgage will get paid off. At the end of that whole process, then we do the final step, and that final step is what we refer to as closing, where you get to sign all of the documents which create that property transfer. I'd be happy to walk through any of this with you, and if you're interested in taking that next step and sitting down to talk about what's important to you, give me a call, reach out to me, either online at lawrencerealestateagent.com or by telephone or text at 785-550-1169. I'm Thomas Howe with McGrew Real Estate. Remember, real estate questions? Here's how.